Yes, welcome to this Leo full moon. I am Amber J. Lawson, co-creatrix of the Spark program and Women on Fire and Wild Women 3-day challenge, which we will have another one coming up in the next month or so. Welcome to this full moon. These are the 5 things you need to know about this full moon in Leo, happening today, the 16th of February, 2022, just days away from the 2222 portal. And we have been in this vortex since the 2nd of February. This is a potent time. We are truing up to our purpose, to our vision, cocooning and molting. I want to say, that molten state of transformation where we're like, I know there is something more there. I am here for something bigger than myself. And I am releasing what no longer serves me. I'm embracing my truth, my purpose. And it ain't always fun. The truth be told, it ain't always fun. It's not always rainbows and unicorns. Although even in our darkest hour, even in the dark night of the soul, we can embrace joy. We can embrace beauty. We can be compassionate and loving to ourselves and others who are going through this transition. This is the snow moon. The snow moon, kind of the last of its kind as we're transitioning our way into spring. Yay, spring, hallelujah. All right, I'm a Leo. I consider myself a Leo. I'm a Leo Virgo, and my dog's, of course, named Leo J. Tolstoy Lawson, and he's right here giving us Leo energy. Aren't you, big guy? So, number 1, stop impressing other people. Yes, that was the mic that I just dropped. Heart chakra bowl for you. Tapping in, opening our heart. Stop impressing other people or people pleasing. One of the tools we use in Women on Fire, our curriculum, is breaking the good girl myth. The 5 myths, the myth of perfection is one I notice a lot in our community, of doing it right, of getting an A+++. And to what extent? Where I do it all myself, because it doesn't carry as much value if other people support me. If I'm not impressing someone else, what am I doing? So this full moon shines a light on that. I have seen 3 incidents in the past 12 hours, and I slept 8 of those, of this shift of stop impressing others. What is my truth? Where there are abrupt opportunities where the rubber's meeting the road, where I get to choose myself as opposed to allowing others' behaviors, others' belief systems that no longer align with mine to impact my happiness, my business, my open-hearted love. So where do I get to stop impressing other people? Pull out your journal. As we go through this, write down if something pings you and you're like, oh, I am impressing people in my work. I show up, they're all in pajamas and I'm in a 3-piece suit. Who am I trying to be? Now, maybe you're up leveling. Maybe that's a choice that is in full alignment with you. Or am I trying to do it right? Am I trying to impress someone? Am I trying to make my teacher from my 5th grade happy, even though I'm a 40-year-old woman? Just notice. So Leo energy is big-hearted. We're loud and we have big hearts and we just want to show them. And it's heart breaking, heart contracting. We turn into ourselves when we aren't met with love. But that is what we are seeking. We're seeking love. We're seeking open heart. So this hurts us when we feel that we're not being met. So this is all about heart chakra. This is all about our heart chakra. That's my heart bowl. What are our heart crystals to support us? I invite in some rose quartz. Big self-love, big open heart, seeking love. It's also inviting us to come back to our heart. Last month, the new moon was not a nice new moon. If you recall, we're in it. We are stirring up and coming back to our truth. So if we have been on a seeking path, maybe we have been allowing cultural, societal, familial, and I'm using air quotes, norms to tell us how our life is. That is just being uprooted. It's being uprooted in the biggest way. Right now, we've been going clearly through a cycle of it, and you're being empowered to choose. And in coming from the divine feminine, which is the era we are stepping into, the activation we are stepping into, it is about heart. It is about open-hearted communication and community and connection. And that is different from the society that we have built to this day, where it has been competition and I gotta get mine, and there is not enough for everyone. And I have to win. I have to be number one. In the truth and what we feel in the divine feminine in every single one of us, whether we are men, women, or non-identifying, non-binary, we have masculine and feminine energy in us. And the divine feminine energy is being called forth in our medicine, in our products, in our communities, coming together and supporting each other, sharing our resources. So whatever that looks like for you in your life or your community, just number two is going to be the second gut punch here is, so number one, stop impressing other people, stop people pleasing. And in that, you may feel like you need to contract your heart, but it really is a call to open your heart, to lean in and not contract, but knowing what your alignment truly is. Number two is spiritual awakening. As Laura spoke into, this is an ascended full moon. So it is calling us forth. It is calling us to open up, to take off our blinders. What are you pretending not to know? And in that is the dark night of the soul journey. It is the shedding of the air quote truths that have gotten us to this place in our lives, and the opportunity to step into what is capital T truth for ourselves. I speak into this a lot, right? We're in a tribe, the family we're born into, the culture, society we're born into, and we get to survive up until we have our awakening, which happens in our, Saturn return, when we get to choose for ourselves, when we become an adult, when we have our own awakening as to who we are as beings, as souls on the planet at this time. And as that unfolds, there are layers and layers. This full moon, yay, is Demanding. It's not asking us to shed it, it's demanding it. And so you may cocoon. There is a tendency to want to isolate. I invite you to lean into community like this, into the Daily Kickstart on Clubhouse, or in whether Goddess Tribe, our 30-day spark, or Women on Fire, or maybe you have a church group or a women's group or a mahjong group or bunko or whatever you do that you come together, meditation, whatever that is, lean into it. If you are feeling this shedding, you may want to go inward, to hide, to concave. And the invitation is to find tribe, to support you in that journey. It really is a cocoon. It's also saying take time alone. If you are someone who is always surrounded by family, always in groups of people, that's another way people hide out, is being so busy, so consumed, so full of activities that we avoid spending time with ourselves. So this is an invitation. If that's you, if you hear yourself in that, then carving out time, alone time for yourself to reflect, to get the messages, to get the downloads, to get the information you need in order to ascend, to have this spiritual awakening. Let me tell you something. If you don't do it now, it's going to come smack you in the face. Like we always talk about in this room, listen to the whisper. If that is whispering for you, take it now, because it will become a scream. It will come spiritually bitch slap you upside the head at some point down the road. So if you're like, oh man, like I've been avoiding having that conversation, I've been avoiding letting go of that job, of letting go of those relationships or that behavior. Like I used to want to go out and do happy hour every Friday, counting down the moments. And now that doesn't serve me anymore. And so there is a sadness that comes with that. You get to mourn that season of your life. And when I look at it as seasons of my life, knowing that people come into my life, circumstances come into my life for seasons, they are for me. And a season may be a lifetime, a season may be an hour, a season may be 2-3 years, whatever that is for you. You know when it's time, when that no longer serves you, it no longer fills your cup, the things that you used to do. And this is calling us to reflect what truly is in alignment with me, to open myself up to new ideas, new spiritual awakenings, maybe leaning into new modalities, like Laura's course of taking this year of spiritual journey and spiritual tools. Like what do I get to, what's calling me? And just listen and try some new things. And if it's not your jam, cool, at least you tried it, and you get to lean into other things. Again, don't get so busy that you miss this opportunity for an awakening. So it will, if all you want to do is crawl into bed and stay in bed, then stay in bed, then do that, right? You have permission. Here is your official permission slip to stay in bed if that's what you need to do, right? Take some time alone if you're busy, and just notice, right? If you are retracting so much from, like, swinging one side to the other, right? We get to be surrounded in a tribe, and we also get to not be so busy. Also, this is a time to revisit old pain in relationships. And this is not just romantic relationships. This is mom-dad relationships. This is rooted relationships. This is where we come from, the portal in which we came into the physical, and how we hold them to a perfection standard. I look at myself now, as a grown ass woman, and the thought of having kids think that we have it all figured out. The children think we have it all figured out, knowing that we are figuring it out also, right? We aren't perfect. We are humans. We are learning as we go, and we only have the information that we have. And most likely our parents were surviving. A lot of our parents, they were getting by, they were doing what they thought was the right thing in order to give you a better life than they had. And we are in an era where that is, yay, yes, we get to put a roof over our heads, and we get to be fed, and we get to have community, and we get to thrive. We get to have spiritual awakenings. We have the luxury of time and exploration of the mind, heart, soul, spirituality, where a lot of them didn't. They also didn't have the spiritual and emotional intelligence tools that we have, especially in this community, so readily available to us. Whether we're just being exposed to it or it's something in our daily practices, something we practice ongoing, this is new in your family lineage. And so this Leo full moon is an opportunity to uproot our hurt, our expectation of what mom, dad was supposed to be for us, what they were supposed to do for us. I remember I held resentment for my parents that they didn't show up to each one of my cheerleading, like I was a cheerleader in high school, and they didn't show up to my games like Mandy Collins' parents did. They showed up to every single one of our games. And I thought, well, that's what parents are supposed to do. But the fact of the matter is I had parents who let me be independent, that allowed me to express myself and try new things and to fall on my face. And they were always there to pick me up. I had, even though my parents were divorced, I had two committed parents who were showing up for me and my growth and for my visions in the world. I mean, they paid for theater school, for crying out loud. God bless them. And I had this belief that they didn't serve me, until I realized, oh, they served me in the way that they thought was supportive to me. And ultimately, it really was. It really created who I am today, and I am grateful for that. But what are the stories? What are the pains that we have created around our mom, dad? And I'm certainly not talking about deeper wounds. And I know there are rough households some people have grown up in. And I'm certainly not a certified therapist. I don't claim to be, but just know, if this moon activates mom, dad wounds, old relationships, maybe old love, that gets to be broken. So as I said in number one, it's Leo's big heart. Our heart is open. Our heart breaks. In the breaking, it expands so that it can soar. I'm going to say that again. I don't know if I can say it the same way again, but this Leo full moon is activating our big heart. It is open-hearted, loving, unrelenting love. Our hearts break. Our hearts will break. We cannot avoid heartbreak, but from the heartbreaking, it expands. This is an opportunity to expand and not contract in that broken open-heartedness, because in that it expands and we are able to soar. I invite you to soar. I am only at number 2. How can I tune into my soul, deepening my soul connection, shedding into my spiritual awakening, into what's next? All that I release, I let go, and I shed, I let go. Number 3, parenting. We're asked to reparent ourselves. Okay, we've examined our mom-dad wounds. We are stepping into expanding our heart so that we can soar. We get to reparent ourselves. I ask the question, write this down if this resonates for you. What did I need to hear from my parents, my parent or parents? What did I crave to hear from my parent? We do exercises. I was talking about the emotional intelligence work I was doing over the weekend of exactly that. If you tune into little you at 5 or 7, maybe mom and dad were fighting, and they were fighting about money, and all you wanted them to do was to spend time with you, to see you, to say, I see you. And notice if all of our lives, we are craving attention, how that roots back to that mom-dad wound, that time when we just wanted them to say, I see you. I love you. I got you. So this full moon is asking us to reparent ourselves. Maybe our parents have crossed over and they can't speak into this. Maybe it's a conversation you want to have with a mom or dad who is in your life. Is there something to explore with them, not making them right or wrong, just knowing they're human just like you are, and they did the best they could with what they were going through. Imagine your emotional journey and they're having that without any of the tools that we have. What a blessing to be here at this time. And in any of those situations, you can reparent yourself. What did you need to hear? Ask someone in your life that you love and trust to say that to you. Allow them to embody that parent and hear those words that you needed to be spoken back to you. Receive the message in the depths of your soul. Choose to heal that once and for all, allowing the past to be in the past, not influencing who I be today, not always coming from that mom-dad wound. Stepping into my spiritual awakening of who and what I am meant to be on the planet at this time. Not coming from that wound, but coming from my purpose, who I am, the gift that you are. The fact you are here on the planet is not by accident. You are meant to be here. And it's such an oddity, such an impossibility that you actually are here. Like the possibility of you being here is magic in itself. So let's own that. Let's own the fact we are magic, that we are magical beings by existing, by being here. Now, what's your talents? Let's leave the past. Let's heal that. Let's close that chapter and live from our purpose and our passion, our commitment, and our truth with the capital T. We are waking up. Good morning, sunshine. Good morning. And as you are going through this, you are asked to surrender. Again, opening your heart, even when it can be hurt, even when it doesn't feel good, period. It doesn't feel good, but trust it. What do you get to grieve in this full moon? Full moons are always a vessel with the full moon, it illuminates, shines a light on what no longer serves us. This one's a doozy. It is the opportunity to release and let go, surrender, trust it, grieve it. If this brings up sadness, grieve it, feel it, allow it to move through your body. You are waking up and taking responsibility. You are an adult. You are a spiritual being. You have purpose on this planet at this time, and now is time for you to step up and take responsibility for your life, for your vision, for what you want in the world. I get to make my dreams come true at this time. This, I'm still in number 3. It is asking us, as we take responsibility, making my dreams come true. These are my building blocks. Doing this work is the foundation of the house, of the cathedral, of the temple you are building, of the passion and purpose you are building. Number 4, speak from your truth. Speak your truth. That is the butterfly. So as we are cocooning, as we come out and are spreading our wings into taking full responsibility for our lives, making our dreams come true, creating that foundation and these building blocks, building with these tools, this community, your tribe, leaning in, opening your heart, speak your truth, and coming from love. Love, love, love. We get to come from love, especially at this time when we are so divided. We have such different ideas. The truth is how the human race will continue, how we will overcome this is coming together, not separating, not going us against them, not factioning off into separate tribes, but knowing, as we divinely know when we are tapped in, that we are all one, that we are all connected beings, that what's happening in the I, what I'm feeling in the I is happening in the we. Check into this tribe in particular, right? We know what we are going through as a collective is happening in the all. It's happening across the planet. It's happening in other communities. So we are not alone. We are not going through this alone. You are not weird. You are not the only person having this experience. You are not alone. And when we know we are not alone, we don't feel like an outsider. You're part of the group. We are part of the collective. And when we take on, we are the collective. What's possible? Healing, community, connection, abundance, prosperity, joy, happiness, filled hearts, healing. Breathe that in. And last but not least is our heart chakra. I've been talking about it, opening heart, use tools like cacao, like what opens your heart, sounds, binaural beats, vibrations, our crystals, coming back to tapping into our heart chakra, even rubbing your chest, opening your heart, stretching and opening your heart such that you open capacity for you to feel your heart inside your chest. Visualize connecting above and below, bringing in Father Sky and Mother Earth, meeting at the center of you. You are love. That is our journey here on this planet, is unconditional love. Feel that love envelop you, your entire body. See it expand out past the building you're in, past the city you're in, past the state, past the country, past the planet. That is the I, we, and all. When I experience love, I flow through my day. I see the love in others. I see others' hearts. My heart meets their heart. Number 5, come back to love. Our egos will be triggered. Oh, that's happening. Just notice, I'm seeing it flare up all over the place. Come back to love. Come back to love. Come back to love. Trying is not committed to. Trying to transform, trying to love is not being committed to love. It's asking us to commit. What is my vision? Set the intention and commit. Don't try. You can't be kind of pregnant. Don't try and be pregnant. You either are or you're not, right? Dream it, declare it, deliver it, dare it. Dare it into existence, what you are calling forth. Okay, I'm done. That was it. That was the magic. Woo! Okay, I'm bringing the fire in this Leo full moon. What resonated for you? What landed for you? What stirred you? Where do you get to go? Those who are on the video, let me know in the comments. Join us in Tribe. Oh, we have a full moon Tribe tonight. Goddess Church full moon tonight, 5 p.m. Pacific. If you join Tribe, it's $1 for the first month. It's exclusive for Tribe members. So come and join us and we'll go deep on this tonight. Clearly, it's going to be fire. It's going to be super potent. So I hope to see you tonight.